Afternoon, guys, and so it seems pretty much everywhere, the Standard, the Telegraph, the Sun, you name it, every journal out there, and now the BBC are saying that we're on the verge of signing Everton's Ross Barkley. So as you probably remember, the end of the very final day of the transfer window, it was coming through right at the last minute. He was undergoing a medical with us, and then he done a complete U-turn, and he decided to get himself match fit, and then he'd make a decision. And according to sources, he's been that impressed with the fact that Chelsea have continued their relentless desires to bring him to Stamford Bridge, that he's decided to, put pen to paper. Well, he hasn't yet, but apparently, by all accounts, everywhere, it's pretty much a done deal. So it's not done yet, but it seems that we're underway in this transfer market. I seriously think I think we need 2-3 players. I really do. I've always thought we needed another striker. I'm not sure whether it's true or not, but they're talking about Michy Batshuayi can go, perhaps out on loan. Same with David Luiz. And of course they're saying if we do get Barkley, it's with a view to sending out Charlie Masonda out on loan, because he's desperate for games, and the chances of him getting those games are probably non-existent, really, because we're getting to the serious stage of the season now where every single game matters. And even though we're still in the League Cup, chances are we're going to play a strong side against Arsenal. So whether Charlie gets a game or not, I suppose it's going to be limited opportunities for him. But so we've got one player in the bag by the sounds of it. I think we need a striker. I've always thought for 5-6 years we've needed a world-class second striker. Now, I've read all that's been out on social media about Alvaro Morata and how he's woeful and he's not worth this and he's worthless and he's this and he's that. Listen, he's a quality player. His runs, his timing, I think he's doing everything right, but it's just those one-on-one opportunities where perhaps he has a little bit too much time to think, and the goalkeepers are narrowing the angle and getting the better of him. Look, he should have scored, let's make no bones about it, against Arsenal in midweek. And indeed, he had several opportunities against Stoke to do exactly the same thing. But he's a class act. But we still need another similar type quality striker, I believe. And let's hope we're on that one, Chelsea. And of course, I'd like us, if we could get 3 in this window and ship none out, if we do send players out, let's send them out on loan, but let's add to the quality. That's what I've always thought. Our first 11, I think, is as good as anyone's. In fact, I'd actually say it's one of the best sides. The 11, our first 11, and including 2 or 3 bench players, it's world class. We've got some really, really, really good players, guys. But the squad is thin, and we just need that little bit of extra surgery that if you do get an injury or you want to change the shape of the team tactically or whatever, you've got those players to be able to make those changes, and you do not dip in the quality of players that you put on the park. That's what I've always said, Look, Alexandro, that's another one, that we by the sounds of it, we're drawing closer and closer and closer to. I don't think he's part of Juventus' plans. Not certainly with the manager there. I think he fancies a player in the Italian league to play in that role. And by all accounts, he's a player that, he's desperate to come to Chelsea. He's come out, he's made that choice. Voiced that opinion that Chelsea's the club that he wants to join. That would be fantastic if we could do that. But if we could get as I say, Ross Barkley, look, I understand the situation with Ross Barkley because it gives us a lot more options. We've got Danny Drinkwater, in midweek against Arsenal a few days back. We went with Cesc Fabregas, but with 2 holding mids and N'Golo Kante. Well, N'Golo Kante can't play every game, that's for sure. But if you was going to talk about our first 11, it would be him. And I understand the Ross Barkley thing, because you can change it and swap it and and I suppose even from an up-front perspective, we can play those three guys. That's what I like to do against Arsenal, to tell you the truth. I like to go without Morata, or certainly maybe perhaps the first leg, go with the 3 lads up top. You know, with Eden Hazard interchanging and moving either side, middle, left and right, and Pedro the same, and Willian. I think our football is absolutely sensational when those three play. You know, all interchanging and the little flicks and the movement, and they're all quick players, very direct players. I like our system there, but I just feel we need one more worldie up front. Alexandro, I think, will be an absolute perfect fit because he can play on the left, he can play on the right. So come on, Chelsea, let's get one in the bag. Ross Barkley's a good player. Was always a good player. I always rated him, really rated him when he played for Everton. It's only because of his injury and everything else. He's a quality player, and I know Roman Abramovich likes the idea of those English, that spine, you know, and we've always been a club that has always had that spine. Let's make those, you know, with John Terry and Lampard and Cole, and you know, so it's good. I think it's a clever move, and one I hope that we conclude by the end of today. That'll be one in the bag. And come on, Chelsea, let's really go for it, you know, in this particular window.